Namaste, Allison and Laura here with more intuitive flower essence journeys. So I just sat with this flower, which is called Daphne. This is a variegated leaf version. You can see it's kind of got this like yellow, light green stripes on it, and it's another woodland winter blooming gem. Now, this is one of the paths that I walk a lot, and every time I pass it, I just always get this hit that this bush is covered with fairies. Partially because of its petite size. I mean, I don't know if you can tell the scale of this. It's like only a foot tall, and I'm in this kind of little grove of them. There are 1, 2, 3 behind me. So that's why I picked this spot. Oh, and you can see that gorgeous tree hole in the back. But that's why I picked this spot to sit with them, because there's a lot of them, and I knew that the energy would be intense here. So as I was saying, I passed by this, and I always get this idea of like there are fairies all over that plant. And today was the first time I actually stopped and was like, okay, let's figure out what they have to share with us, because all plants have medicine for us, and they are just so eager to connect with us. So that's why I'm making these videos, is to encourage you to connect with these plants in your own intuitive way. So this is just my personal reflection with it. Like I did with the camellia video, before I approached the plant, I tried to visualize what tarot card it might represent. And what I imagined kind of instantly was the Three of Cups, which is like a celebration. And on my deck, it's represented by these like 3 children just playing, like total joyful bliss, right? So, you know, I don't even want to doubt myself. I knew that there were 3 of these shrubs, and somehow that 3 card came up. Whatever. That's just what my intuition said. And so I get here, I lay down, I take some CBD hemp oil, again, to connect with the plant spirits. I mean, it's just one of the most awesome vehicles I have found to connect with plant spirits. So more on that in another video. I want to tell you about what I learned about this Daphne plant. This is like one of my new favorite flowers. It also smells amazing. It kind of has this like freesia type smell. And so I sat down, and it was an instant heart opener, like a massive heart opener. And you know, you can kind of understand that through the color. It's this gentle pink. So pink is often associated with the heart chakra. And I just kind of, you know, opened myself up to connect with the devas, the fairies of this plant. And then instantly they start like jumping on my heart, all these little like tiny little kids, like the youth, you know, youth fairies. If I'm going to connect it to an archetype, it'd be the, gosh, maybe it's not the maiden, maybe it's the youth archetype. At first I thought it was maiden, but I think it's actually more the youth, the child. And so they're jumping on my chest, and I've had similar experiences to that before. I know that the fairies, they love cleansing us, and they love clearing us, right? And so they jumped on my heart, and they started clearing my heart, and they wanted to open my heart, and they were just saying, you know, be open to love. And you know, it happens a lot in our culture that we get, we have a negative experience. I'm going to try to get some more of these flowers. And we close ourselves off to love. We're scared of getting hurt again, right? But it doesn't have to be like that. If we never open our heart, we're never going to feel more of that love again. So this Daphne, I mean, the smell just brings joy. The color is joy. I love how delicate they are. There's kind of an interesting thing. They're like darker colored on the underside, and lighter on the top. It's just a really interesting subtle coloration, and it speaks so much to opening. So these are like fully open, But there were also really exciting, just like a couple days ago, they were more tight, and so I've been watching them unfurl. So it's, I mean, I know all flowers bloom from a tight bud to a large open one, but these ones in particular, I think because they're so small and delicate, and there's these clusters, you know, it's amazing how the physical characteristics of plants carry over so much to their energetic spiritual medicine, and that is another exciting thing to explore. So anytime you're going to sit down and have an intuitive plant experience, do the physical observation first. You're going to make a ton of connections, and then do your energetic emotional connection. And so the mantra they left for me, I have to refer to my notes again to get it right. It was something like, I open to love. I'm open to receiving love. You know, that's something we definitely need to be constantly reinforcing. And, of course, I pulled another tarot card when I got here, and interestingly enough, look what I pulled. Death card. Now, I don't often read cards in reverse, but I trusted my intuition, and it said, read this in reverse. So it's not about, like, you know, the letting go, the shedding of the typical death card. What's the opposite of death? Rebirth. So really, this plant is like inviting you to kind of start over. Like, imagine your heart as fresh and open as a newborn baby. Yeah, that's the energy of this plant. It's like earlier than a child. It's like infant. It's like infant fairies, and they're just like, open up, return back to your purity. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. I'd love to hear your comments. If Daphne is blooming in your corner of the world, sit with it. Let me know what you heard. What are your experiences? Please like, comment, and share. I would love it if we got this out there and everyone was having intuitive plant experiences. So until next time, aho, namaste, love you all.